At this time, please remain standing as our senior choir members perform the Star-Spangled Banner and our alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, we love the halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away. To the hallowed halls of ivy, every voice will bid farewell and shimmer off in twilight like the old vesper bell. One day a hush will fall, the footsteps of us all will echo down the hall and disappear. But as we sadly start our journeys far apart, a part of every heart will linger here in the sacred halls of ivy, where we lived and learned to know that through the years we'll see you in the sweet afterglow.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty, students, and staff of Riverside High School, I would like to welcome everyone to our 70th commencement honoring the class of 2021. To the families, friends, staff members, members of the Board of Education, central office administrators, and honored guests, thank you all for coming and sharing in this joyous occasion. Commencement has been a long-standing tradition that has always been and continues to be a time to relish in feelings of satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment, not only for the graduating students, but also for their families and friends, their teachers, and all who have nurtured and mentored them in preparation for this day, a day for which all of you here should be very proud. It is now my pleasure to introduce Samantha Caro, who is a senior class president.
Thank you, Mr. Liatzos, for introducing me. Good afternoon, my fellow students, staff, friends, and family. It is an honor to speak to you today. My name is Sammy Caro, which I guess now I can say, we went to high school together. I would like to start off by quoting the highly acclaimed Lil Wayne, who once taught us, real G's move in silence, like lasagna. Our class has accomplished many feats within our 4 years of high school, whether they went noticed or unnoticed, and I want to express how incredibly proud I am of every single one of you. It feels like just a few years ago when we first stepped into the jungle that is known as the Riverside campus. Freshman year started off strong with quoting vines every hour and getting our daily exercise in through Pokemon Go. Then we became uber-anxious sophomores, finally finding our place and who we are. Next year, our junior year came, where we learned that Zooming wasn't just moving around quickly, and TikTok wasn't the sound a clock made. Finally, at last, senior year, the year senioritis hit hard. But look at us, we made it, all this way to graduation, even amidst a global pandemic. Let's give all these grads a quick round of applause for doing the thing the government requires of us. Many say today is the day our journey begins, but I disagree. Our journey started a long time ago together, but today is the day our paths split into 344 unique ways. Wherever you decide to go, the future is in your hands. I have a strong feeling this class is going to do exceptional things, and we will always remember the young, awkward teenagers we were when someone created their own legacy. But mostly, we will remember our best friends and the people who made us laugh the most through the hardest times. I have to add in a quote from the greatest movie ever made, Legally Blonde. It is with passion, courage of conviction, and strong sense of self that we take our next steps into this world, remembering that first impressions are not always correct. You must always have faith in people, and most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. Finally, like my dad said before his graduation, let's get this piece of paper and call it a day. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it. Go this way.
Thank you, Samantha. We are honored to have 4 valedictorians and 3 salutatorians for the class of 2021. Our first speaker is Joseph Grantham, who is one of our valedictorians. Joseph is the son of Mike and Becky Grantham and is planning on attending Northwestern University to major in computer engineering. Joseph?
Good afternoon, Riverside. Today is June 6th, 2021, and these are your afternoon announcements. Today, there are 31 bus changes, so please listen carefully. Hey. Just kidding. I'm going to have to move this. Fellow Riverside students, from the cold October morning that my mother took me to get registered for kindergarten to this unbearably hot June afternoon today, Riverside has taught me a lot of things. But one thing that it has never taught me, and that no school could ever teach any of us, is what to do with our lives once we step down from this stage. As valedictorian, I'm supposed to provide some sort of life-changing advice or message for all of you to take with you and carry forward. Now, I'm not particularly wise. I'm probably younger than most of you, and I'm pretty clueless. And I'm mere nanoseconds from dying of stage fright. So I'm just going to have to do what I do best, which is act like I know what I'm doing and give this my best shot. So here's my advice. The chapter of our lives defined by school is about to be over. We've left the classroom. We've taken our last walk down those halls over there to the very end. And we've taken our last ride home. All of the moments that we've all shared together as Riverside students are gone. Gone, reduced to atoms. So what does that leave us with? Aside from memories, it leaves us with freedom. Freedom to find redemption from mistakes in our past and become the architects of our new future in this now wide open world. I look around at all of you I've known and all of you I've never met, and I see so much potential to use that freedom. And I also recognize how many of us are going to relinquish that freedom. That's because modern life demands to take it from us. Everything from money to careers, even our own family members and friends, society's expectations, and the phones in our pockets all want to decide for us. Sometimes that can subvert our own hopes. So if there's one goal I have for this speech, it is to remind you that once you step down from this stage, you don't need to let anyone or anything decide your life choices. It is to remind you that you alone are the master of your own destiny. Now, I'm already out of time, so I'm going to close with a truly poetic and elegant quote by motivational speaker Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. End quote. If you can find what you love doing, just do it, as Shia LaBeouf said, and do it well. You'll be able to look back on the next steps you take in life with satisfaction as you move on to your next chapter, whatever that may be. It'll be awesome, and you won't regret a thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Our next speaker is also one of our valedictorians, Tyler Hegge. Tyler is the son of Kim and Keith Hegge and is planning on attending The Ohio State University to major in finance. Tyler?
Congratulations to everyone graduating today. I am honored that I was chosen as one of the 4 valedictorians. I think every valedictorian and salutatorian are extremely smart and deserving of the honor. First off, I'd like to thank my parents and my brother for supporting me throughout my life and helping me succeed in school. I also want to thank my teachers who gave me the resources to be able to do well and kept me interested in learning new things. And most of all, I would like to thank some of my friends who helped me get through some of the harder parts of high school, like Natasha, Hannah, Sarah, and Katie. I probably would have done a lot worse without them to keep me sane. I think that the best thing that I got out of my 5 years at this school was the friendships that I created. When I walked into this school as an 8th grader, I was barely able to hold a conversation with anyone because I was so shy. As I met new people and experienced new things, I was able to open up and become a slightly more outgoing person than I was when I started. I think everyone here today has a similar story about personal growth that they achieved during their 5 years at this school. I hope that as we all go our separate ways, we never stop growing and become better people than the ones we are today. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Tyler. Our next speaker is Caitlin Morgan, who is also one of our valedictorians. Caitlin is the daughter of Karen and Jeff Morgan and is planning on attending The Ohio State University and currently is undecided on her major. Caitlin?
Class of 2021, we finally made it. I am honored to be here today, speaking on behalf of my classmates. First, I want to thank the people that got me here. Thank you to my family for always supporting me. Thank you to all my friends because I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. And most importantly, thank you to the Riverside High School teachers and staff for leading each one of us to success. We really appreciate the effort you put into your work every day. I encourage all of my classmates to do the same. Thank the people that led you to this achievement because I'm sure you didn't do it alone. 4 years ago, we stepped onto the campus of Riverside High School as clueless, young, and obnoxious freshmen. We felt like this time in our lives would last forever. 4 years. but it's over so quickly. And now we sit here in our caps and gowns, only a few moments away from the rest of our lives. When I look around, I now see young adults. This moment came so fast, but now we are strong and ready to take on the world. We have grown so much, and we will continue to grow from this day forward. There are limitless possibilities for things we can achieve. We will all meet failure on the way to reaching our goals, but we must keep moving forward because failure is a part of success. My classmates, after today, we will all go our separate ways. Some of our paths may never cross again, but I hope you will all accept the change today brings. Wherever life takes you, I wish you the best in your future. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement, class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Our next speaker is also one of our valedictorians, Sarah Salon. Sarah is a daughter of Christopher and Jennifer Salon and is planning on attending Boston University to major in astronomy and physics. Sarah?
Hello, my name is Sarah Salon, and it is a pleasure to meet all 2,000 of you here on this beautiful day. Today we are finally graduating, and I, for one, am extremely excited. Despite that excitement, I understand that it is a privilege to be standing up here today. Oxford Languages defines privilege as a special right, advantage, or immunity granted or available only to a particular person or group. We all have them, whether it is because we are white, able-bodied, male, heterosexual, Christian, and so many more. I knew I had to take my time today to speak to what we as a class and community can do to create a better world in which these privileges become rights granted to all people. A personal motto for me has been to educate, donate, and sign. To understand what these privileges are and how we benefit from them, we have to ask ourselves and educate ourselves. Wake up every day and ask yourself, what am I receiving today that I do not have to think twice about? Maybe that is the safety from a world that fears others because of the color of their skin. Maybe that is the ability to practice your religion free of worry that you might be attacked because someone disagrees with you. Do some research on your biggest privileges to find that, according to harvard.edu, Black people are 3 times as likely to be killed by police than white people. Do research to understand that, as the Anti-Defamation League shares, anti-Semitic hate crimes are at a record-breaking high. The next step is to donate. Find a trustworthy cause you believe in and search out ways to help them. Donate your time and money if you are financially able to. Finally, sign petitions. Petitions that speak to you and your morals. Keep up with those causes to make a change. These steps are extremely important in making the world a better place. A privilege that we all share today is that of education in itself. 130 million girls across the globe do not have access to schooling like we do. That means they will never know what it is like to graduate like we are today. So I encourage you, all of you here today, to go to malala.org. This website will take you to the Malala Fund, which is an organization that is working to get every girl across the world educated. There you will find resources and information on who Malala Yousafzai is and how you can get involved. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your time, and happy Pride Month.
Thank you, Sarah. Our next speaker is one of our salutatorians, Eli Shust. Eli is the son of Maria and Dan Shust and is planning on attending the University of Cincinnati to major in communication design. Eli?
Life is all about perspective. For example, I stand before you as one of 3 salutatorians. But what really is a salutatorian? Well, in my opinion, you can look at it in 2 ways. You could say we are the second best in our class, or instead, the first losers. That being said, our academic achievements are not nearly as important as the way we choose to look at how these past years have impacted our lives. Some may look back at high school and remember the endless cycle of early mornings and long classes, while others may see friends, mentors, and memories made along the way. I personally like to think high school gave us the opportunity to experience our strengths and weaknesses firsthand, so we can learn from them and be better prepared for the future. One of the things that high school revealed about me is my amazing procrastination skills. Now I know what you're thinking. No, I did not write my speech at 3 a.m. in the morning. I was able to get it finished at midnight instead. I'm glad to say I'm improving. Another thing I've improved at throughout high school is how to learn from failure. Now, failure comes in many forms. You can fail a test, you can fail a friendship or relationship, and you can even consider losing a sports game failure. But again, it's all about perspective. The challenge with failure is that many people succumb to it, allowing it to destroy their motivation and making them give up on their hopes and dreams. But it's important to keep in mind what worked and what did not, because every failure provides vital information that can be applied on the road to success. So what am I trying to say here? As much as it is important to learn from the past, it's crucial that we look at graduation as a gateway to the future, to a bigger world. As author Takahiko Inoue once said, "Preoccupied with a single leaf, you won't see the tree. Preoccupied with a single tree, you'll miss the entire forest." Riverside faculty, coaches, and teachers, thank you for giving us the perspective to take on our next challenge. And to the Riverside class of 2021, the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Eli. Our next speaker is also one of our salutatorians, Jennifer Simek. Jennifer is a daughter of Jim and Chris Simek and is planning on attending Bucknell University to major in undeclared business. Jennifer?
It has been 4 years. 4 years of waking up each day by 6:30 in the morning, leaving the house by 6:55, only to sit on the bridge in traffic for 20 minutes. Some mornings, if you were lucky enough, you would even get stuck behind the never-ending train. As if the traffic wasn't enough to start your day, now it became time to gamble on your parking spot. Would overflow be full by 7:15 today? Should I just park in staff and risk getting called down? The answer to the second question was always yes. While much of high school felt like a repetitive cycle of the same blaring alarm at 6:30, counting down the days till Friday, there were countless memories mixed in that made the early morning wake-up calls worth our time. Today, I think it is important not only to celebrate never having to park in overflow again, but also to reflect on the moments that became memories, making it all worthwhile. When we think back to what made the days special, let us picture the moments in sports where it felt like more than just a high school football game, screaming in the mass of the neon-themed student section as we won our playoff game in 2018. And finally, after 3 years of waiting, becoming the leader of that excitement as a senior, standing at the front of a socially distanced group of students, cheering the boys onto their first ever home playoff win. And many of us played a role in entertaining the crowd when the players took to the locker room during halftime. You never disappointed the fans, filling the stadium with your amazing tunes and formations on the field. In fact, some nights, the most unforgettable moments took place after the game ended, as you rode back to the school in heavy uniforms, piled onto buses, singing loudly and drawing on the windows as the night dragged on. After a junior year of no track season, the final one meant doing something unforgettable. And for 4 of you, that was running the 4x4 in kilts, showing how to take an opportunity and make it your own. May we also relive the rush of excitement when you and your softball teammates headed out to Walmart as it was time to TP your coach's house once again, marking the start of an incredible senior season. And when will you ever be able to say again that you and your best friend hid in a ditch at 4 in the morning as freshmen, hiding from the police because you were painting the trestle for volleyball? Oh yes, the trestle, one of everyone's favorite late-night pastimes, except when you were the lucky few who got egged. A few of us were even brave enough to venture up the road to paint a special someone's rock for rivalry week. These are the moments that will live on with us forever. It was never just about getting through the day, even though the alarms seemed louder and louder as the weeks carried on. It was about taking an opportunity and making it our own while being surrounded by the people who we loved most. It is memories like these that made Riverside a special place for each and every one of us in a different way. Looking forward to our futures, it is easy to think that we may find ourselves locked in a mindless cycle, waking up each morning only to do the same thing over and over again. However, if we have learned anything from the past year, let it be that we can't take our daily lives for granted. Each and every day holds an opportunity to make a new memory, like these ones that Sylvia shared with me to make this speech meaningful. Let us all remember that yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Congratulations to my fellow graduates, and may you continue to make everlasting memories.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our final speaker is also one of our salutatorians, McKenna Tishy. McKenna is a daughter of Beth and Brian Tishy and is planning on attending Kent State University to major in business management and psychology. McKenna?
As I stand before you today, I would like to begin by congratulating you all. Despite the circumstances of the past year, we've reached this enormous milestone in our lives. I'll admit public speaking is definitely not my forte, but I'd like to embrace this opportunity and use it to inspire each of you as you continue your journey beyond high school, whatever that may be. By now you've likely experienced countless challenges and obstacles, some of which may have caused you to doubt yourself. Yet here we are today, graduating high school after 4 tedious years which disappeared so quickly. Graduation is a celebration, a farewell, and the start of a new beginning. Today we are celebrating the achievements that each of us have accomplished over the past 13 years of schooling. On this day, we say farewell to our classmates, teachers, faculty, and the school itself as we prepare for our future endeavors. Whether we would like to admit it or not, we've spent hundreds of days attending this school, and although I do not know each of you personally, our paths have certainly crossed. High school is a time full of many firsts, yet also sadly many lasts. This past month alone, we experienced our last high school dance, prom, which ironically was also the first for many of us. During high school, as I'm sure many of you can relate to, I've earned my driver's license, taken the ACT, passed what seemed to be that impossible test, and played my first varsity sport. The list continues. Before long, it was time to begin considering college, and so many of those accomplishments will become just a microcosm in our journey through life. I suddenly realized that I will never again hear the bell that I have become accustomed to over the past 4 years. As Taylor Swift once sang to me when I was young, "Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up." Well, we look ahead and prepare for the future, it's important to cherish the present moment and embrace the world with a full heart. This ceremony marks the end of high school, yet it also signifies the beginning of a new chapter of our lives. Although the days of sitting in a high school classroom are behind us, there are many thrilling firsts to come in the future. As you each move forth, I encourage you to seize the world with an open mind and remember that you have the ability to invent your own future, so chase your ambitions and create limitless possibilities for yourselves. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, McKenna. Before I begin with the presentation of the class, I would like to take a moment to recognize some groups in our audience today. First, I would like to recognize the parents of our graduates. Thank you for all that you have done in raising such fine young men and women, and for giving us the opportunity to work with your sons and daughters. It truly has been an honor and our pleasure. Would the parents of our graduates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Second, I would like to recognize the alumni of Riverside High School. Thank you for setting the standard that each class strives for each year and for creating the legacy that each of our graduates will become a part of. Would the Riverside High School alumni members please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Next, I would like to recognize the Riverside Local Schools staff. This dedicated group of individuals consistently went above and beyond the call of duty to ensure that all of our students and our graduates received a quality education. They have left lasting impressions on all of our graduates, and we appreciate all the hard work and devotion that was shown. Would the Riverside Local School staff please stand and be recognized? Thank you. And now to our graduates. The moment you have been dreaming about for many years has finally arrived. Over the past several years, you have worked very hard and studied, practiced, played, and grown mentally as well as physically. And now you are here, ready to begin your lives as members of the adult community. And looking back at all of your years in the Riverside schools, I'm sure you have many things that you will remember and cherish for the rest of your lives. After today, some of you may already have your futures mapped out. Some of you will go on to further education at various colleges, universities, or technical schools. Others will decide to serve this great country of ours in one of the branches of our military. And still others will decide to join the workforce. Whatever it is that you decide to do, I'm confident that the education and life lessons that you have received during your years in the Riverside schools will help you meet every challenge that will come your way and elevate you to a prominent position in society. To the class of 2021, you were faced with many challenges this year, but you persevered and showed your determination to have a positive and memorable senior year. You truly were a special and talented group of young men and women. The class of 2021 excelled academically as they produced numerous academic recognitions at the local, state, and national levels. This class also excelled in the arts by receiving multiple musical and artistic awards at local, regional, and state competitions. Our vocational students also excelled at Auburn Career Center and were recognized as top performing students in their fields. Our athletes received multiple awards of distinction from the Western Reserve Conference and the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The leadership that the class of 2021 provided to the other grade levels in our building was evident and appreciated by all. Your class was big in motivation, heart, and school spirit. We are going to miss seeing you every day and interacting with you every day. But we couldn't be happier for you as you start this next chapter in your lives. In a few short minutes, you will be coming up here to the stage to have your name called, bringing a close to your high school days, but beginning your days as Riverside High School alumni. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021. I would now like to present the class of 2021 to Dr. James Kalis, Superintendent, and confirm that this class has met all the requirements of the Riverside High School administration and faculty, the Ohio Department of Education, and the Riverside Local Board of Education. Dr. Kalis?
Good afternoon. I would like to welcome all of our families and friends to share in this special occasion. Graduates, you only graduate once from high school, and it is my hope that you cherish this moment. I know that today is a very special day for all of you. Graduation is a milestone in your life, and I hope you come to realize this moment and appreciate it. A moment to reflect on all the accomplishments, hard work, determination, preservation you have all experienced throughout your 13 years of compulsory education at the Riverside Local School District. I am certain that at some point in the future, you will look back at your days of high school with fond memories, whether it's the friendships you've made, the teachers you looked up to, the extracurricular activities you participated in, and the academic achievements you experienced, or even the events you shared with friends that you don't want your parents to know about. I believe that all of you have created lifetime memories that you will never forget. It is my hope that the education you received at Riverside High School has successfully prepared you for the next chapter of your life. I know today is a day to celebrate, but I hope you will continue to work hard and not lose sight of your goals. Please continue to aim high while following your passion to create your own path to success. There's truly no limit what each and every one of you can accomplish. I have no doubt that all of you in the stadium will make Riverside proud. My one request, though, is that you stay in touch with us. Please do not lose sight of your roots. While I am certain all of you will go on to bigger and better things all over the world, Riverside will always be your home. I encourage you to join our Alumni Association so you can stay in touch with the school district and continue your support for the generations that will follow you. As you move on to the next phase of your lives, please continue to be our supporters, our volunteers, and our advocates. And lastly, be proud to carry on that Riverside pride with you to wherever you go. On behalf of the Riverside Board of Education, its administrators and faculty, I would like to again congratulate you on your graduation and academic accomplishments thus far. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the Riverside High School class of 2021 to Riverside Local School Board President, Mrs. Jennifer Harden.
Thank you, Dr. Kalis. I'm going to keep this really brief. I know everybody's hot and wants to get started. On behalf of the Riverside Local Board of Education, we proudly accept the class of 2021. On behalf of all of us here, I want to let you know how extremely proud we are of you. I know that this year was nothing that you or your parents imagined your senior year would have been, from being in school to then being out of school and then back in school. Maybe you'll have a dance, maybe you won't, maybe your sports will happen, maybe they won't. I'm so thrilled that we were able to make those things happen for you all, and you were able to hopefully enjoy your senior year. With that, we're going to hand out some diplomas. Congratulations, guys.
We ask that you please hold all applause until the final graduate's name has been called. Thank you. Samantha Elizabeth Caro. Julia Rose Mackey. Abigail Ann Quick. Brenna Wright. Brenna will also be receiving the Melissa Fankbauer Memorial Scholarship and the Dr. Mary Allen Porter Memorial Scholarship. Joseph Michael Grantham. Tyler Ronald Hegge. Caitlin Brooke Morgan. Sarah Rose Salon. Eli Sumner Shust. Jennifer Lee Sivak. McKenna Lynn Tishy. Ryan Christopher Poggi. Trent Irwin Babcock. Connor Gorsica. Abigail Rose Graham. Kara Angelica Johnson. Samuel Howard Mezzapelli. Samuel will also receive the Henry F. Lamuth Memorial Scholarship. Hannah Rose McColick. Eli Michelle Morse. Francis Michael Sanzo. Francis will also receive the Ian Minnick Memorial Scholarship. Kaylee Morgan Telfer. Kaylee will also receive the Lawrence Land Memorial Scholarship. Camille Sheridan Abbott. Otto William Abel. Caitlin Ann Adamick. Caitlin will also receive the Janice R. Wunderlich Scholarship and the John J. Weiss Scholarship, and it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Weiss, who is seated behind me. Thank you. Sierra Joy Adkins. Carlos Alberto Aguilar Castaneda. Alyssa Marie Alemano. Isaiah Drake. Alexis Marie Armstrong. Natalie Grace Arrington. Richard Atwell. Carrick Alexander Ball. Nicholas Anthony Baracelli. Sullivan Thomas Beach. Ryan James Becker. Jordan Marie Beckwith. Reagan Faye Beckwith. David Joseph Belfie. Logan Thomas Bell. Andrew Joseph Bernardo. Michael Anthony Bertino. Olivia Lauren Belinsky. Molly Elena Binkowitz. Molly is also the recipient of the Riverside Local Educators Association Scholarship. Nicholas James Bird. Emma Kathleen Bizet. Antonio Boych. Brianna Elizabeth Bonfanti. Haley Grace Boris. Lexi Marie Boyd. Ethan John Brennan. Ethan is also the recipient of the RBI Scholarship. John Joseph Broski. Dontavia Michelle Brown. Ethan Jonas Brown. Nicholas Brugman. James Giovanni Bruno. Cameron James Caldwell. Christy Lee Campbell. Mia Rose Canzone. Ryan David Carpenter. Jack Donovan Catani. Michaela Lynn Cave. Selena Ann Charette. Milagros Lisbeth Chavez. Brianne Renee Check. Caleb Dale Clancy. Dylan James Clark. Faith Elizabeth Cobb. Justin Philip Collado. Michael Thomas Condon. Kyle Jeed Congrove. Victoria Sophia Contreras. Colin James Conway. Lainey Ashton Cope. Madeline Marie Kumos. Isabella Marie Crum. Tyler Mitchell Daniels. Sophia Dardier. Samir Dardier. Noah Edward Doherty. Jasmine Marie Davis. Brandon Scott Davis. Shaylin Elizabeth Davis. Caleb John Dean. Jacob Patrick DeLisi. Anya Mackenzie Demshar. Anya is also the recipient of the Riverside High School Alumni Scholarship. Andrew David Denman. Andrew is the recipient of the Gaubitz Nursing Scholarship. Natalie Elizabeth Dernier. Lucas William Dillon. Olivia Ray Ditzel. Devin Richard Donley. Brielle Grace Dudgeon. Cheyenne Ellen Durda. Thomas John Durkin. Ryan Charles Eckliff. Chase McGuire Ilersich. Joseph Patrick Ellie. Jacob Kelly Ferenchek. Gabrielle Noel Fender. Gabrielle is also the recipient of the Emily Ringler Memorial Scholarship. Ava Gabrielle Fensky. Hannah Marie Ferguson. Audrey Grace Fleck. Cade Andrew Fogel. Erin Nicole Fowler. Jameer Christopher Fitzgerald Francis. Andrew Stephen Franikich. Alexis Nicole Frazier. Faith Hope Fry. Dylan James Fulkerson. Evan Cole Fulmer. Brett Garin Fulton. Taya Marie Gamir. Caden Jeffrey Geiger. Nicholas Andrew George. Patrick Spencer Gerboth. Anne Marie Gerboth. Megan Nicole Glowacki. William Gary Gelner. Ethan Carter Gora. Franklin Ciro Grandini. Tyler Michael Griebel. Sierra Griffiths. Alexander Christopher Haberman. Ryan Michael Hafer. Simon Walker Hanks. George William Harris. Matthew Douglas Harris. Samantha Marie Hatcher. Nicholas Charles Haumesser. Cameron Matthew Havens. Faith Elizabeth Hendershot. Drake Henry. Madeline Patricia Herman. Adam Kais Hodali. Helena Ann Hope. Madison Marie Hovlick. Nicholas Edward Harwatsky. Thomas Joseph Hugel. Aiden Charles Jackson. Robert Jacob James. Elizabeth Jean Javins. Natalia Grace Jarris. Anijah LaShawn Johnson. Carson Ralph Johnston. Ashley Nicole Jones. Emma Elizabeth Caskey. Kyle Christopher Caskey. Jacob Matthew Kialoha. Emma Caitlin Kelleher. Jonathan Walter Kerr. Francesca Ann Klein. Nicholas Michael Coaster. Paige Jordan Kubek. Kyle Joseph Kovach. Vanessa Sophia Cricks. Emily Elizabeth Lemos. Colin Adam Lemos. Kevin Thomas Langer.
All right, we're halfway through. Alexis Ann Lavin. Kayla Lawson. Justin Jeffrey Leonard. Justin is also the recipient of the Clyde C. Haddon Memorial Scholarship and the David R. Baker Scholarship. Hallie Grace LaRue. Lauren Donnelly Lasachek. Adriana Madison Lewis Carducci. Pavel Stephen Lindros. Pavel is also the recipient of the Joanne McDaniel Memorial Scholarship and the Riverside Alumni Association Scholarship. Sierra Catherine Lubis Kohler. Oh, no. Okay. Cayman Andrian Loker. Cayman is also the recipient of the Eugene Hardin Memorial Scholarship. Anna C. Lamonto. Tyler Ward Longstaff. Dominic Charles Lulo. Joseph Henry Lutz. Catherine Ann Mahoney. Jacob Kenneth Malkamaki. Eliana Lucia Marciano. Ryan Danielle Marn. Daniel Thomas Martich. Shayla Renelle Martin. Camila Nicole Martinez. Carlos David Martinez. Michael Gavin Mateka. Zachary James Mauder. Zachary is a recipient of the John J. Weiss Scholarship. Leah Marie Maxim. Dylan James McCarthy. Delisa Celine Macruder. Savannah McDermott. Nicholas Meldrum. Michael Mellon IV. Lizette Mendoza Padilla. Aiden Patrick Meyer. Daniel Paul Menznerich. Miranda Mochin. Jacob Anthony Moore. Justin Antonio Monetary. Brent Allen Moore. Kaya Harper Nason. Annalise Elizabeth Nelson. Christopher Matthew Noah. Connor Thomas O'Brien. Kate Yunji O. Oscar Eduardo Ornelas Gomez. Abigail Ann Overall. Sarah So Overall. Wendy Pacheco Mena. Jack Edward Thomas Parton. Avion Patton. Xander Jennings Pertz. Caitlin Louise Petty. Elliot Joseph Phillips. Hannah Pawali. Bryce Allen Pugh. Landon Paul Perdeff. Elliot Joseph Putney. Ethan Joseph Putney. Hamad Katana. Alexa Marie Quinn. Marissa Lee Radmore. Sejal Manish Rana. Danielle Uriel Rangel Alvarado. Emma Krieger Reed. Madison Grace Reuter. Brandon James Reynolds. Adriana Grace Ristow. Garrett Keith Robinson. Christopher Abraham Rocha Perez. Johan Rodriguez. Amaya Jaden Rosario Adams. Joshua Max Rosen. Caitlin Sierra Ross. Owen Michael Rossi. Caitlin Sue Rovanak. Caitlin is a recipient of the David R. Baker and Christina Hilliard scholarships. Congratulations. Skylar Marie Rosga. Paul Anthony Ratoski. Jake Andrew Ryan. Grace Diana Sanders. William Stanley Sanson. All right. Devin Thomas Saunders. Aaliyah Sayer. Kylie Ann Schaefer. Brooke Olivia Sheely. CJ Sheely. Logan Shively. Nathaniel Jacob Schweitzer. Joseph Seawright. Jacob William Segulin. Gabriel Thomas Secchi. Carista Madison Schaefer. Noah Ryan Shea. Nikita Shacleve. Shacleve? Sorry. Kenneth Clifton Schobert. Alexander Charles Sy. Alberto Guadalupe Silva Rangel. Jonathan Antonio Silva Rios. Eric Ivan Sisa. Emma Caitlin Scory. Cameron Thomas Smith. Jill Ann Smith. Montana Noel Smith. Michaela Jean Spaller. Jack Ryan Sparent. Matthew Joseph Spofford. Mason Rockwell Spurrier. Riley Michelle Stanek. Mason Christopher Stevens. Sarah Elizabeth Stoiner. Gavin Tanner Strauss. Anna Elizabeth Strimple. Corbin Bradley Stiles. Maxwell Thomas Sutter. Daniel Robert Taladino. Yahir Alexander Tapia Gallegos. Elizabeth Veronica Tarasevich. Lola Rose Taylor. Caleb Michael Taylor. Nicholas Scott Takovic. Aaron Joshua Theobald. Jillian Margaret Thomas. Colin James Thompson. Zachary Logan Tierno. Caden Andrew Tinner. Christian Mark Tinney. Marley Ann Tomlinson. Bryce Mel Toth. Avery Jane Trace. Catherine Jane Trace. Amanda Nicole Tressler. Sarah Jane Trapoto. Gabriel Tupaz. Jameson Turner. Josip Valentek. Monica Rose Valentino. Eliezer Yased Valaderas Bonilla. Brianna Elizabeth Vanek. Cole Morgan Van Mael. Jordan Ivy Van Skoog. Kylie Renee Vasquez. John Raziel Vasquez Morin. There you go. Monica Abigail Velasquez Lazaro. Sean Damian Allen Velmer. Ashley Lynn Venelek. Chloe Elise Verbanek. Stephanie Lynn Vaselko. Nicholas Anthony Vincent. Nicholas J. Voitish. Nairi Ariel Walker Baker. Haley Elizabeth Warren. Abigail Marie Watson. Matthew Douglas Watson. Krista N. Waits. Devin Peter Webb. Brendan Scott Webster. Vincent Thomas Michael West. Blake Ryan Whited. Joshua Matthew Williamson. Maya B. Whitsack. Tyler James Whitrick. Riley Ann Wolf. Megan Ashley Yanchar. Dylan Justin Yowell. Natasha Lynn Zahersky. And last but not least, Zebediah Kai Zuber. Congratulations.
Okay, we have one more thing to do to make this official. So the class of 2021, please stand. At this time, please turn your tassels. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you all. Please drive safely.